Beezrat Hashem. So number 5, restriction on the dispensation of Ocheil Nefesh. Of course, as we said, we have to be careful just because it's we might think that something is a common human needs. Maybe it's not. Torah thinks differently. Okay. So restriction of this dispensation on the Ocheil Nefesh, as mentioned above, whatever is defined Melachah regarding Shabbos is also defined Melachah regarding Yom Tov. And all Melachas are therefore forbidden except in specific circumstances in which they allowed. So it's not like we cancel that Melachah. It is right. It's very, very important. He's very precise with his language, right? The Melachah is still Melachah. Cooking is still Melachah, but under the certain circumstances, this Melachah is permitted to do. But otherwise, like different circumstances in the same day, it is not allowed to do. So he's very precise. He's amazing Rabbi. Okay, continue. Thus, Simcha Bunim Kohen. Thus, even activities that are commonly associated with the preparation of food and are permitted when done for that or similar purpose are forbidden in some circumstances. Okay, so let's see. Thus, even activities that are commonly associated with preparing the food and are permitted when done for that or similar purpose are forbidden in some circumstances. As we said, prepare for the next day. So even on Yom Tov, 2 days treated separately. So right, you're allowed to cook only for this day, right? But sometimes you're not obligated to count like how many pieces of chicken you're going to cook. Like if it's that does not there's no tircha, right? Like it's are you going to cook 5 pieces or you cook 10 pieces? Maybe somebody wants to eat more. Maybe your guests are going to come and they're going to bring their friends with them. So you don't want to be embarrassed. So you want to cook 5 extra pieces, 6 extra pieces. So there is no problem. But if you have intention that it's for tomorrow, that's not allowed. So that's what he's saying here. The very same verse that allows doing Melachah for the sake of food preparation also teaches that some of the restrictions that apply for this dispensation. It states except for what must eaten for any person. Okay, right? That alone may be done for you. So for any person is in bold, and for you is also in bold. Okay. The expression for any person teaches that one may perform Melachah only to satisfy the need of the common to most people. Okay, as we said, so most people. Thus, it is permitted to heat water in order to wash one's hands, face, and feet. So that's 3 common things. Since this is daily necessary for most people. However, it is forbidden to heat water for a full bath, since this is not considered daily necessity common for most people. Okay, so let's do this piece from the beginning and we're going to explain. The very same verse that allows Melachah for the sake of food preparation also teaches, right? So on one hand it says, yes, you're allowed to do Melachas for food, but there is a restriction. Restriction applied to this dispensation. It states except for what must be eaten, right? So that's for any person. So okay, it's a big restriction. That alone may be done for you. So except that what must be eaten for any person, that alone may be done for you. The expression for any person teaches that one may perform Melachah only to satisfy the need common for most people. So whatever common for most people. So meaning what if a person decide that to spend the whole day of cooking, for example, it would not be allowed because most of the people they use only a few dishes, right? On Yom Tov, they're not going to spend 7 hours cooking, Right? It's not common for most of the people. Thus, it is permitted to heat, and then plus we're going to see if something was a person was able to prepare before Yom Tov, and the food would not lose its quality. So like I don't know, like soup, if you prepare before Yom Tov, why if it stays like in the refrigerator for a day or two, it's not going to ruin the soup. Or maybe meat, yes. If you prepare meat fresh on Yom Tov, maybe it's better, but fresher. But otherwise, most of the food is preferably to do it before Yom Tov, because it's not going to ruin the quality. Thus, it is permitted to heat up water in order to wash one's hands, and face, and feet. So that's common, as we said, for most of the people, hands, face, and feet. Since this is daily necessity for most people, we said that. However, it is forbidden to heat water for a full bath. So of course, the baby is a different story, right? Because baby is like a sick person until 3 years old. Depends on on the health of the baby. So in this case, we would be allowed to use bath for a baby, but it's exception, not for a grown-up person. For us, it's not constituted daily necessary for most people. Continue. The expression that alone may be done for you teaches that the dispensation allowing the performance of the Melachah was granted only when the action will be done to satisfy the need of Jewish nation, of Jewish person. Sorry. It is forbidden under general prohibition of Melachah to perform any normally prohibited labor solely for the benefit of non-Jew. And we actually made this clip. Made some people upset. Baruch Hashem. The dispensation for Ocheil Nefesh was granted solely for the benefit of those who observe Torah commandments, including the laws of Yom Tov, and the sanctity of Yom Tov precludes us from doing Melachah to benefit others. This subject is discussed at length in chapter 5. Okay, so let's do this piece again and we're going to explain. The expression that alone done for you teaches that dispensation allowing performance of the Melachah was granted only for the action will be done to satisfy the need of Jewish person. So for you, meaning non-Jews are not you. Okay, so it is forbidden under general prohibition Melachah to perform any normally forbidden labor solely for the benefit of non-Jew. So meaning what? So Halachah is, it's actually from Chol HaMoed, you're not allowed to invite non-Jews to your holiday, and we are actually discussing this class as well, right? So you would say like, okay, but for a first night of Yom Tov, for sure everything was prepared before. They say no. Sages say no because why? Exactly the same reason that we said about flowers. People would learn that they say, yeah, you can invite non-Jews for the first night, so maybe for the second night is also no problem. Maybe for the first day, second day, also no problem. What's the difference? So they would not know the difference. That's why the sages say not allowed. And same applies. People left us commenters, like to non-observant Jews. So you have relatives, and they usually they spit in the Torah, but they like matzah or whatever they like, your matzah, shmura matzah, right? And they want to come to the Pesach Seder. So we say no, absolutely not. So this Jewish cousin of yours, right? That is intermarried, right, and not observing anything. So you're not allowed to invite him because he's considered to be non-Jew for this category, right? But on Shabbos you're allowed to invite non-Jew. There is no problem because for sure you would not cook anything on Shabbos, for sure. Even for yourself you're not going to cook, right? But with for a Jew. For a non-Jew, if he comes, it's forbidden, but like practically, right? So a person might get embarrassed and start cooking extra, right? Because why? Because a non-Jew came. So that's the problem. Of course, if somebody non-Jew comes, and your neighbor is this and that, and lady from downstairs or upstairs, wherever, and she's depressed, this and that, of course you you're not allowed to tell them to leave, or let them stay, right? But because you did not invite, they just came, right? So that's a different story. Okay, so again, so we learn this from Melachah is done for you. Continue. The dispensation of Ocheil Nefesh was granted solely for the benefit of those who observe Torah commandments. Meaning what? That those who do not observe Torah commandments, not observant Jews, not allowed to have them on Yom Tov. Have them on Wednesday night, or I don't know. On Wednesday night we learn. Have them on Sunday. Including laws of Yom Tov, right? And sanctity of Yom Tov precludes us from doing Melachah to benefit others. Okay, so these people who do not observe mitzvahs, they're not in category Amisecha. Of course, we try to bring him close, but still they put themselves in the category and not excluding them from the nation of Israel. Okay, we hope that they're going to do Teshuvah, and we see this, I don't know, I see the commentary, people calling it, it's like from our clips, from our classes, they're doing Teshuvah, they want to be close to Hashem, Jews, non-Jews, no heights, and unbelievable what's going on today. Continue. It is forbidden to perform any normally forbidden labor for the benefit of the animal. So that's we continue, right? So for animal, it is forbidden to perform any normally forbidden labor for the benefit of the animal. I think we're going to learn about it a little. I think it's a separate section about animals. In short, under the dispensation of Ocheil Nefesh, it is permitted to perform Melachah only, A, in order to fulfill a need that is common for most of the people. It's very important to remember this. Again, in Ocheil Nefesh, Melachah can perform only, A, in order to fulfill needs that is common for most people. So most people, it is common for most people to eat like common food. Okay, so whatever, a few dishes, meat, cheese, not cheese, meat, fish, some salads, some soup, that's normal, right? And B, only for the benefit of the Jewish person. So, and again, this non-observant, he's not, his exception, he's not part of the Jewish nation. Okay, furthermore, it is important. Of course, if the guy says, so just so you know, somebody asked me this question recently. So if a person does teshuvah, so if he says, I feel so sorry, I was so far away from Hashem, I want to do teshuvah, right? I'm actually, okay, thank you for telling me whatever you told me, and I'm going to start observing Shabbos more and more. So as soon as person said that, so he's considered to be Baal Teshuvah. He did not even start anything, right? Maybe maybe he's not, Chas v'sholom, but maybe he's not going to start. Maybe he's going to change his mind tomorrow, right? But it's not our business. If he did saved and he looks like he's sincere, so he becomes the part of the nation again, right? And we have to treat him as our brother or sister again. That's very important. So it's for a Jew very easy to flip the switch. Continue. Furthermore, it is important to note that the rule of Ocheil Nefesh allowed doing Melachah only for the sake of Yom Tov needs, right? It is forbidden to prepare food for post Yom Tov use. Yeah, we're going somewhere away after Yom Tov, we're going to meet our family. No, absolutely not. You're not allowed to prepare food, right? So it clearly must be for Yom Tov. But if somebody overcooked, and you have left off, there is no problem whatsoever. If it was not your intention, some people they cannot calculate how much cook, and we have this family a long time ago, and they say how much food they throw out. So my wife asked them why would you cook so much? She said, a very very rich couple, right? So she said, I don't count, whatever I feel it's a good piece of meat, so I cook the everything. If it's only few people, you have only 2, 4, 3, 4, 5 people. Why do you need to cook the whole piece of meat? What's the reason? So, and of course, and they like fresh, and the rich people, that's what they do, and they throw out a lot of food. right? So for people like that, if she always does it, no matter what, so of course for them there is no problem. It's not considered that she was preparing for the weekday. That's the point. The following chapter we will learn further restriction on the performance Melachah for the sake of Ocheil Nefesh. Okay, so we're going to stop here. Next chapter, number 2, which Melachas are permitted for the sake of Ocheil Nefesh. So now we're going into details. All right.